guys, welcome to Friday night stream. We are here, we are live, we are very loud, at least to my own ears. Well, let me turn my volume down a bit. All right, hope your weekend is starting out well. I believe we are a go. So, once again, I'm not entirely sure who will be joining me tonight, but we will proceed regardless. I have my coffee. I have my glasses. There we go. And we have finally 16 by 9 as opposed to my widescreen, so hopefully that'll make a difference. Pardon me. All right, well, what do we do while we hang out? It's always the question. Well, I was playing a little bit earlier as a test for YouTube streaming, just to see how it would go. And it's a little less slick, I have to say, than it is on Twitch. But you know, if they're determined, my understanding is that Twitch is currently in the process of changing how creators are paid and taking a substantial cut off of the top of what they're making as well. So who knows? Who knows how that's going to work out? All right. Well, when I was testing out, I was testing out with Time Daily, which is Mastermind Thugs. I guess we could go ahead and give it a shot. See what's going on here. And I believe we have the standard problem of having virtually no enhancements going on. Which, you know, it's just kind of how things go. So, let me also check my Discord to see what's going on here. Okay, well, apparently Christina fell asleep. And that is totally understandable. All right. What do we do at 24? Let's find out. I have no contacts. I got Steel Canyon. I have Steel Canyon. I have Steel Canyon. Doesn't 24 seem a little high for Steel Canyon? We have Talos. First Ward, Talos. Let's check them out. No, I'm going to be the first to say that I'm not going to be very good for many, many reasons. The first of which is I'm not very good at the game, or most other games. Hence the title of this particular channel. All right. Did something just happen there? Do you have a mission? actually meant to... We're on Talos, right? I need to change my secondary power set colors. It is just not great. All right, let's customize. And the blue and the red are just not working. Let's try bright, and we'll go we'll go green. And green and that? Or is that going to be too obnoxious? It's pretty obnoxious. How about this? Not a fan of that either. Alright, we'll go green and we'll go lesser green.
Hello.
You are a sleepy girl already, aren't you? You know, you can crash for the night if you're tired.
It's not that. It's not that. It's that like Olivia's been sick all week, and I thought it was allergies, and then today it like slapped me in the face.
Uh,
So I think I'm just coming down with something super stuffy.
yeah. Which is
But
too
I'm
bad
hoping it's not
because
too bad.
I enjoy when you do certain slaps to my face. Boob slap. Boob slap. Waka waka. Waka waka. Hey, you do sound a little plugged.
Mm. So I tried to lay down and just take a nap for a bit,
Sounds like it worked.
see if I'd feel better.
I mean, the nap part of it worked.
I mean, I woke up tired. You know what that's like.
Yeah.
So, time daily, huh?
I'm out. It was just a test.
Test of what? Test of wills?
Concept.
Oh.
Test of
What's it?
costume. I need to adjust our faces a bit. There we go. We'll take her right to there, I think. And we'll come down a little bit. You alright?
Yeah, I tried to open up. Normally, I run the stream in the background
Mm-hmm.
so that I can see the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And when I opened it up, it was, you know how I don't like very bright lights
No, I don't
in
know
any of
that
my digital
because...
content.
Oh, okay. As I say, you have bright lights on all over the place. It's like
But
following you through, and it's the
I'm
sun.
not talking
shining
about my
on you.
house.
Okay.
I'm not talking about
Every
environmental or ambient light. I'm
every light
talking
has
about
to be
like
on.
screen. For screen light, you know, I set everything to maximum dimness.
Yeah, I do.
Which
Which
probably
is
is a weird
it's
contrast
a
for you.
really strange contrast. Yeah.
It's like my environment has to look like complete daylight, while every screen has to be the minimum
So you
possible.
cannot actually see anything. Yeah. 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 I'm just doing another mastermind theme.
You got a pack of dudes, huh?
I got a bunch of them and a punk and some punks and an arsonist and
Uh-huh.
yeah. But I'm entirely unsocketed and
Sorry, I feel like I shouldn't laugh so hard at that, but I laugh every time at that.
it's one of those things where you get to the point where you start leveling so fast that it doesn't pay to keep up. In fact, you can't afford to keep up on it.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn a couple more lights off.
All
So
right.
tell me about our power set. So it's a mastermind.
Yeah,
But
mastermind with thugs. In like 2 levels, I'll end up getting the last pet, the last minion, which
yeah.
is basically like a like a brute who can actually go up and beat on stuff. And then the secondary is all time based. So I have the time heal. I have the stasis, or the thing that slows stuff down. I have my own little buffy thing, which I don't know. I don't think I like the green. I think it's too green.
Too green, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. The light green is too much. I'll have to go with the darker green. But anyhow, yeah, that's it. So, I mean, I only have a couple of the secondary powers in time. So, I also I can't cast this. I need a target for it. I have gang warfare as well, which is kind of funny, where you pull on just I'm going to the wrong spot. A ton of things, and they go beat on stuff for a little while, but then it's on like a 35-minute timer. I'm kidding. It's like I don't know, 10-minute timer or something like that. Primary, secondary, something darker. How about that? Oh yeah, that's better. Much less obnoxious. I find that most of my goals in a lot of power sets is not to figure out what looks the coolest, but which is the least offensive. And this is about as unoffensive
Least
as I can
offensive.
get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. You can barely see that dome. Oh, that's perfect. But the heels you can't hide. They're just all over the place. All right, I'm gonna go grab Rakakuni. If you have the stream open, you may notice that I now have the 16 by 9 as opposed to the 32 by 13, 34 by 14, whatever the hell it is, the widescreen.
Oh.
So that it will better fit into TVs.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Rakakuni is right. Rakakuni right there.
What? Trying to gauge how long I'm good for.
No, I know you're good for 6, 7, 8 hours in a day. Easy. Probably more. Frickin' work. No, I was just trying to think if I should. Yeah, let's go back to Cooney. Sure.
It is finally tall enough. Tall enough. Oh my goodness, I'm having weird bouts of aphasia lately. It is finally cold enough that I have to turn the space heater on. Not enough for me to heat the house.
I thought you had your own little space heater.
That's where I am. That's what I turned on. The little one next to my desk at my feet.
I'm talking about the ones your arms are currently resting on.
Oh, yeah. That doesn't help my feet and my hands, which are, my cold weather friends.
How would I know that?
Because I touch you with them all the time.
My God,
and they're
yeah. Oh my God.
the first thing I do, I get in bed, my cold feet go against your legs and my hands go against your stomach every time.
The sides are just too much. Oh my God. I bought Numina's Convalescence. What did I buy that for? I bought it for $3 million.
Hey, Zach.
Hello again. I came in here when it was just Paul, and I tried saying hello. like a minute straight.
Oh, I wasn't actually here.
Oh,
The camera should have been on. I started the camera, then I ran
Loaded
out, then I
up, but it
walked
didn't
away.
actually load up a stream, so I was like, oh, maybe it's bugged out.
Yeah.
oh,
No biggie.
Yeah, I think I was probably doing final prep and getting coffee. What was I doing with this? Where was this going? Regeneration recovery goes into healing. I'm guessing I got Numida's convalescence for my health?
I guess so.
Yeah, must be.
Is it a regen?
It's a regen and recovery both. All right. Invite the team.
Zach, are you playing or spectating today?
I am just communicating today.
What was the term Paul used last time? Lurking?
Well,
Lurking?
lurking is not talking. It wasn't technically accurate. Lurking would have been that he would have shown up and hung out in the stream and not said anything.
Oh.
So
Okay.
you get people that'll log in to something and they'll just hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well.
All right.
Well then.
I think I'm currently good. I need to go turn evil again. How did we team? Oh, we're in pocket D. That's right.
Oh, that's right, because you ended the night by yourself last time.
I didn't even. Well, I mean, you didn't even play last time. I think last week Saturday. You.
That's right. I went to sleep.
Yeah. So I ended up at the last hour and a half on Friday on my own, and I think I went to Blue Side to pick up some stuff, and I never changed back, and then I never logged in with him on Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my bad.
Well, it's okay.
Apologize.
I'm not. It's not a judgment. Cool.
I took that nap this afternoon with the intention of increasing this evening's longevity.
Well, your pronunciation of this afternoon means
yeah,
you're pretty plugged up.
yeah. It's a lot of pressure. It's making my eyes water, actually.
Nice water. All right. What do you got from your missions? You got protect. Let's do yours. That's not yours. This is yours. There we go. That's in Granville, and I think we'll just go through Ouroboros.
Oh, sure. So, Zach, what was your week like? I see you talking, but I can't hear you.
Oh, whoops! Sorry.
It's okay.
I had to give blood at the hospital today, but other than that, it was really just a lot of work. Sadly, I wish I had something more interesting to say.
Were they out or?
No, there was a blood contract signed when I was born, so I had to go every week and donate blood to the
I
vampires.
thought maybe it had something to do with being heir to the Russian throne. I wasn't sure. All right.
No, you're thinking of my great aunt Anastasia.
Yeah.
Isn't there some sort of
the one we don't talk about?
No. There's actually it's a thing. There's some sort of idea that the family isn't entirely wiped out.
Romanovs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They found their corpses.
But they think that there is either some sort of blood relative. There's still some sort of hereditary claim to the Russian throne, which obviously no longer exists. But
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised given the intermingling of all the royal families at that point. I imagine that there was like some Duke of Hazard or something that had a blood relation.
Yeah, King of Russia.
I feel like if someone came to me like, "Did you realize you're Russian royalty?" I'd just be like, "Don't want it. Go on, no."
Well, I mean,
Oh.
yeah.
Quit stalling. You can. I'm gonna be Putin those somewhere else.
Oh God. All right, is everything going? Everything's going. All right, going in. Yeah. Mm-mm. Oh, I don't have enough recharge to go again. We'll just go in. Do it manually. I'll use my manual. Yeah. Take that. Who's blowing my brain?
And bring them back like 10 feet. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could walk back 10 feet, then they shoot me from 10 feet away. it's kind of tough.
You would think, unless there was like some non-Euclidean geometry.
Yeah, yeah. It's a funny thing about walking away from somebody shooting you. Got cracked in the skull there. Yeah. Who's you? This you? Wow. Really crushed my skull there. All right, I gotta heal.
How about you guys? How are you doing?
Well, Christina had a bunch of appointments yesterday. Things are going well.
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it.
We continue to persist with some elements of Paul's personality. We do not like photography.
I don't know what you're talking about. I got a camera on me right now.
Tell me how many pictures of yourself are on it.
Really? Are they outside your window? Do they know that you know that they're there?
Check out. You guys don't ever watch the stream. My God, my face is on the stream right now.
Oh yeah, you guys are streaming in here. I have my Discord set up so like all video streams are disabled because there's a channel that I hang out in regularly, and there's somebody who's always streaming, and I got tired of looking at their face, so I just disabled all of it, I guess.
Okay, I get it. I was also married.
Heyo.
Oh, see, no, the look on Christina's face is why we have the web cameras on.
I see. I've been missing out all this time.
The witch look on Christina's face.
The oh my God, I can't believe you just said that face that you give me all the time when I say certain things. Oh, he went there.
No, it wasn't. It's not. It's one of those people who's they're like a twig and they love marijuana paraphernalia and things of that nature. So it's like, should I call the fire department? Like, is that amount of smoke in your apartment natural, or what's going on here?
Yeah, I can see how that would be distracting.
I'm always shocked at how many people in City of Heroes are apparently baked all the time when they're playing.
I mean, it's a pretty chill community. I can kind of get it.
Christina, I think you should not do that, just so you know.
Do what? What I just did?
Play baked.
Oh, yeah, that one time with the caramels. Zach, my coworker sent me these CBD caramels. She said it would help with my stress and help me relax because, my work is my work. And so I think I had like a third of one. But I don't know if you know this, I'm very sensitive to drugs.
Wow.
Just any drugs. And
It's just a really cheap date.
Yeah.
Really cheap. You can actually afford to buy her the most expensive wine, and then drink the half the glass that she passed out from. What was left?
That is sadly accurate.
Yeah.
I just don't process things. I don't process chemicals or anything
Anyhow,
very
I'm sorry.
well.
I jumped on your story. So you had the 1/3 of this.
And I was playing with Isabel, and
That's right.
remember
I forgot
that time
about that.
where she was just like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I'm fine," and she's like, "You've been staring at a menu for the last 8 minutes," and I didn't realize 8 minutes had gone by while I was staring in that menu. And then that was the time that I got lost in a room that was empty, but it was just a regular square room. It wasn't even like an odd room. And I was like, I can't find my way out. And she's like, there's 4 walls.
So
Just 4.
the human equivalent of telling a robot to go to the corner of a round room.
It was she had her face stuck in the corner
Yeah.
of one of them.
Yeah, it was bad.
What are we doing here again?
And that was the time when the water machine got stuck in my fridge. And so I went to get a glass of water, sat down without it, realized I didn't have it, and when I went back, there was just water pouring all over the floor, and was like, oh, look at this mess. Oh my God. And I also had a really bad case of the giggles.
But you have those without anything else. You can get giggles without actually being dosed up.
So, I mean, I guess it's fun for other people, but not really fun if you're playing with me and you have an objective or a mission in mind. Because you're not going to do anything.
Wasn't that the time where she said, "You do that again, I'm no longer playing
I'm rage
with you."
quitting. Yeah. That was the rage quit day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I think we just had a commercial pop on. Hey, welcome to the commercial. There's a good 6 cents right there.
Whew. I have been seriously getting kicked today, man. Did you see that video that I sent you yesterday about how hard the kicks are? It's like a whoop kind of like thing. The kid is super strong. Oh, Tres is not doing too well.
I'm sorry, what?
Dos, tres. My little guys are uno, dos, tres.
Oh.
And tres está muriendo.
Well, the imps are really not designed to be anything more than expendable.
Yeah.
There's a really short timer on them, so whenever you lose one, you just summon another one in.
Yeah.
It doesn't even pay to heal them. What are we looking at here? What is this place?
Da, da, da. Go up. Shit. Mm.
I'm not really comfortable fighting alongside here. I think it's over.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know what? I remember this mission from when it was live.
That's a long time ago.
I remember, and I remember because I died like right over here in this horrible fiery death. Oh,
so,
God.
Were you experiencing this game at my age when you played it the first time?
Oh, I was younger than you.
Oh, wow.
I was in college.
Yeah, I
Oh!
got knocked
Oh!
off the edge, and I fell all the way down, and I ended up with like just a sliver of health, and then something came down and zapped me, and I died.
That's exactly what just happened to me.
Except I didn't see you die there, though.
I did not die.
I didn't even see you take damage.
My imps came for me. My children came for me.
Yeah, I remember this room. That's funny. Yeah, my friend Dave was playing the tank. I was playing a stone tanker, and I was playing Fire Blaster. And I got stunned, and then I got knocked back. I got knocked down to the bottom, and I got killed at the bottom. It was this amazing, like, wow, that was an amazing series of events that they just did there. I appreciate it. And then a little bit earlier today, when I was running that test on running a Thugs time build that I just showed you. One of the missions I was on, I grouped up with a higher team, probably literally, and I kept on getting immobilized, and then they'd put fire patches underneath me. So, I mean, the first time I got out of it, but then, you know, you run out of break freeze when you only have like 8 in your inventory altogether. The most you can have is 8. And at least one of them has to be a res. Yeah, it was amazing. And then some guy came across and very kindly, you know, he rezzed me in the middle of the fire patch.
It's such a Christina move. Don't worry, I'll help. Oh, is that helpful?
Like in the middle of combat, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm level 8. I'm okay with it. I really don't know where you are, on what level you're on.
I'm way at the bottom.
I'm working my way around from level to level, so.
You're good. I'm picking everybody off because I'm getting attacked by them and it's pissing me off.
Yeah, I'm working my way down. Alright, so this is the next level down here.
Zach, I did interview for a new position at work.
The company you work at currently?
Yeah, because I don't want to lose my leave. But also, oh, you Google get 'em boys. I took it's a positional downgrade. So I would go from my grade to the grade below. So my boss comes up to me, right? And he says, you know, why would you want to go down? You're going to lose money. And I'm like, first of all, company policy is that you don't lose money for going down. I said, secondly, you pay me so little at the grade that I am that I'm still in the bottom tier for the grade below me.
You could
and
just
he
say,
says, what are you talking?
You could just say, I'll miss out on all the raises you've given me.
Right. And he says, what are you talking about? And so I pull the North American salary ranges and I copy paste it into the chat. And he's like, where did you get this? And I'm like,
posted.
the HR page?
Yeah, it's posted.
And he's like, yeah, he says, holy crap, I'm underpaid too. And I'm like,
It's just shit all the way down.
I have the Bane soldier. I'm going to lead him out.
oh, okay. But that was like the best part for me. Holy crap, where did you get this? I'm underpaid too. What the fuck?
Does he really expect that you're not going to that nobody's going to have access to what the various different grades have for salaries ranges?
I don't know.
A lot of culture in America is you don't compare what you're making with other people.
Well, that's
so
not
for
the same
that
as
type
knowing
of,
the salary range, though.
well, right, but for some people, I can imagine that they would interpret that document as like an anathema in that regard. I mean, it makes sense to me, but
I don't think it's that. I think he spent 20 years working as a government contractor, where they're in the government stuff is all very structured.
No wonder
where
it's
like
very
if you're
so
this, you get
productive.
paid this. And so I don't think he realized that we have ranges that are Samurio, shit, where it's like a $40,000 difference from like low to mid, and another $30,000 difference from mid to high. Like I don't think he realized like that the ranges were so broad. So I think they were like, this level gets paid this much, and he was like, okay, and got brought in at that level, and then you never get raises. And because you never get raises, it's very difficult to progress.
I mean, you can get raises, but what happens is when you get to the upper tier, just like, you know, if you're $1 into the upper tier, then your raises get cut in half. So the most you can make, you know, is like a 5% raise per year based on merit. That's the most you can usually make. You know, given the fact that we're at 8% inflation, it's really not that great. But
Better than the 1.75 that I got this year, though.
Anyhow.
And the worst part about that whole thing was that remember when I got my certification for project management and everything? That was all. I was told that I was ineligible for raises or promotions until I completed that. And then I completed it, and they still said I was ineligible for raises or promotion. But if you look at the manager's guide, it specifically says when people complete additional education, gain skills, or get certifications that there's supposed to be a commensurate increase with it.
Yeah. So what really happens, and I don't know how it works where you're at, Zach, but once you're, there's low, middle, mid, and upper regarding the different tiers.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get to the upper tier, so say middle tier is 150,000, but upper tier starts at 150,001. If you are at 150,000, you can get the full 5% for your merit increase. If you're at 150,001, the most you can possibly get is 2.5%.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little convoluted here. I used to think it was just based on how much you want your knees to hurt, but evidently that's not the case.
That's yeah, I know.
I could take that so many ways.
You could, and most of them would be kind of what I was implying.
Only really meant the one way, pretty much.
Yeah. You're in the mission still, right?
Yeah.
I gotta figure out where you are. Because you said you're bringing back your guy.
I've got him. It's a two-step mission. We had to take him out, and then we have to defeat the capture leader. Yeah.
Hijo de puta. Siempre me está dando más trabajo.
It's a really big room. I think I've hit all of the levels. I'm on the bottom level right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where I died.
Pre-roll ads are on. Run ad break to disable them. Okay. Thank you. I don't actually see...
Duder.
Oh, hey.
You have chat, sir.
I do. Well, thank you for reading it, because apparently it defaulted to blue, which is not that easy to see for some reason. I don't see anything in here.
You are a little hard of seeing, so that's understandable.
All right, going up. But I got my brain vibrated today, so we'll see how that goes.
Did that feel weird?
Doesn't feel nice. Gonna just say that. All right, so I don't see... I wonder if we have to go back through some of the areas we've already covered.
To defeat everybody?
Right. No, we did defeat everybody. Oh, wait a minute. There's people in the middle.
Yeah, I'm right. That's who I'm fighting right now. I'm trying to clear them out.
So once I got the guy out, a bunch of things spawned in. So I wonder if the leader spawned in after that.
Gotcha.
Oh my god, I just saw one of your imps just suicide off the side of the bridge.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Right?
Look,
he's coming back.
having none of it. Oh, they're so fast. They're so fast. All right. All right, I'm gonna go up.
You're going up?
Yeah.
You've already cleaned up the bottom?
I have. I've already gone from the middle down.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I went from
your approach.
I thought I pay attention to the upstairs. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff up top.
Oh, I see talking.
All right, we're just gonna go along here.
Longbow Eagle. Team leader. Oh no, you don't, bitches.
Did you see This is gonna be like, I'm not a streamer person, but it's gonna sound like I'm a streamer person.
Okay.
Apparently, some Twitch streamer filmed herself having sex
On stream?
on stream, and
Oh
got
my.
and got a 7-day ban for it. 7 days.
Oh, that's it.
Who was this? So I know who to avoid on Twitch.
Oh, I don't know. Or Twitch. Yeah, I'm sorry. Did I say Twitter? Twitch.
Twitch. You said Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if you make more money on Twitch than OnlyFans or not.
Depends on what you do,
I would.
but
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say it depends on how you looked. I probably wouldn't make as much on
Was
OnlyFans
it-
as you do.
Was it
Let's just look at it that way.
purposefully done, or was it accident? Like she just like left it on?
Sure. I didn't see the video, but I do know that there was another. There's a lot of talk about sexism in streaming, and how the women tend to get away with more. Where I think one of the guys, he walked away for something, and his 3-year-old walked into the room, and he got banned for 60 days.
For having a child on stream?
Yeah, something like that. I didn't know that was illegal, and I don't know if the child was like undressed at the time or what. Somebody.
it was just
waddled
because
in.
it was in a bathroom and
Oh. Yeah. I'm sorry. We're on your missions, Christina. Did you want to give a call?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the name, Zach.
it's all good. I was joking. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I thought you were going
days.
to talk about Sliker because that was like the big drama over the last week and a half.
I don't even know what that is. Now I'm curious.
It's a guy who ran a gambling stream, and so one of his fans essentially came
I
out
did
and
see
was
that.
like, "Hey."
Yeah.
So he sent me a video asking me for money, and then a bunch of other people were like, "Yeah, he did the same thing for me too." Ends up turning out that he essentially scammed people out of like $300,000 or something like that, including. Like I think one of his streamers was like a woman who, or it may not have been a woman, but it was someone who was in chemotherapy and was like, I could have really used that money, but I thought I was helping you out, and yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, I saw that. There's tons of drama with that whole little circle
Was it like
of
an
interrelated
investment or
streamers
what?
and people. What?
I don't understand why somebody would give him money if he's a gambling site.
There's a whole bunch
Because-
of stuff with gambling streamers right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was the type of thing where he would make a video and like so people have broken it down where to show signs of gambling addiction, but like he would make it anonymous. You know, it'd be something like, "Hey, dude," or "Hey," and then he would come up with an excuse like, "My bank, I have so and so in my bank account, but I can't access it." You
this
know,
is a total.
can you
This
help
is
me and I'll pay you
Nigerian
back?
prince thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
But
Oh my
because
God.
people think that they have a relationship with these streamers, you know,
Right.
they're like, I want to help my friend, not
Yeah,
realizing
he's not a real
that-
friend.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
It's a lesson for all the people out there. I am not your friend. But give me $300,000 because I am not your friend. All right.
I thought you didn't need. It wasn't that you wanted money. It's that you wanted parts for the Mustang.
Well, see, Mustang parts cost money. So if I can scam somebody out of $300,000, no, I'd never do that.
Yeah.
That would taint the parts even, you know? It would just make it. No.
Isn't there a Stephen King book about that?
Is there?
I don't know.
Yeah, about a car.
Christine. But that's like where the car is evil, and
Yeah, he said it would be tainted.
Yeah, tainted. I don't want the
the
thing
car is
driving
like
over
evil
me in
and
the garage.
possessed.
Yeah. We should probably up your difficulty a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, Duder, you don't have to be deployed to have a girl like that, because my stepbrother married one. Well, she seems very nice. She still lives in the Philippines. But
It's a strange marriage at best.
Yeah.
I guess I really haven't been paying attention to what's been happening. Is the Philippines still on fire? Sri Lanka, is that like still in the middle of a revolution?
It's not that you're not paying attention, it's that the American attention span is so short that nobody's saying anything about it.
Well, I mean, the information has to be out there somewhere, though.
Yeah. I tend to watch Al Jazeera and DW News, and I find I get more global perspectives than I do watching our stuff, where we're just like, look what's happening on Twitch. These terrible
I
people.
can't believe Biden said this. And something,
Oh God!
Trump.
There's this whole thing. There's like a whole series of memes about Biden removing student loans with his mental superpowers now.
Dark Biden.
Yes, yes.
I haven't heard anything about that either.
Well, it's because like basically everyone's like, there's so many flaws in execution and the ways that it's happening.
Well, it's not going to happen until 2026 at the earliest, anyhow.
What I first of all, there are still some good outcomes that are coming out of the reforms. One of them being that if you consolidated your student loans with your spouse, you can now unconsolidate them in the event of divorce. So before you would just get stuck, and now you can actually separate them back out again
Instead of having one spouse. Looking up wedding cakes?
What?
Is this why you were looking up wedding cakes the other day?
No, I was looking up wedding cakes because my friend was posting pictures. First of all, I love cake, and you know I love cake. And my friend was posting pictures of wedding cakes that she was doing, and they were just really pretty and tasty.
Mm-hmm.
She did a fall one that was like a apple cinnamon type cake.
Does it have pumpkin spice in it? Because that's fall. Everybody knows
it didn't
fall.
Have pumpkin spice. It was like an apple cider cake, and it had like a layer of like.
I hate
anyways,
pumpkin spice.
I know you do. I know you do.
And when I saw the pumpkin spice flavored tampons, I knew we had gone too far.
So, but so that's a good reform. The reforms to public service loan forgiveness for all the people who've been struggling to get it after working in the public sector and then never being able to get out.
Patriarchy. That's hilarious.
I think those are good reforms. But as far as like the student loan forgiveness stuff, I would much rather that they did two things. The first would be restrict funding for eligible schools, right? The second would be restrict the amount of funding available to each person. So, it's funny, Duder, there's actually comments about the GI Bill that the reason that we can't have Medicare for all and true loan forgiveness is that they would remove the incentives people have to enlist. And those are the two things that they can mainly use as leverage today, is that you'll get free college and free and good health care, and that without those as incentives, people wouldn't enlist in the service.
It's not true, though, because there is no plan to have this as something ongoing. This is like a one-shot deal for $900 billion, which doesn't end up resolving any long-term issues.
No. I 100% agree. I'm saying that's why people are saying that they can't do true reform.
Maybe.
Is that if they did true reform, it would impact all of these other areas, and then they would lose all these incentive factors.
The only true reform has to be in the cost of education. Why does the cost of the university increase at 7 times the rate of inflation?
Administrative costs is what I think it's cited the most.
Why is that?
Yeah, it's similar to I'm sure if you were to compare it to the increase in CEO pay, you'd probably see they'd be very similar, I'd imagine.
But see, the thing is, the CEOs, you're dealing with competition there. So if your company is making enough profit, you can actually afford to do that. But if your profit depends on the United States citizens going deeper into debt, then maybe it's not exactly the equivalent.
Right, but on the other hand, if you are in a position where you supply a service that people are going to try to do regardless of what the cost is, then why not milk it for all it's worth?
Yeah. There's also
Yeah.
the other issue where if you're working in the public sector regarding school, your risk is minimal. You could be at that
Yeah.
job for how many years,
Yeah,
and you don't
especially
have to
once
be
you
good at
get
it.
tenure, then you're untouchable. for
You
the
don't
most
have to be
part.
good at it. You just have to be present.
Yeah.
Where if you're a really crappy CEO, you might get a one or two time payout. After that, nobody's going to hire you.
Or you get a golden parachute and
They
you
they
get
pay you off
rewarded
to
for-
leave, but that's still
Yeah.
a cost cutting thing. That ends, right? So somebody's made the decision saying, we can't afford to pay you what you're depending on getting paid. We can't afford to fire you given the contract, but we're willing to pay you this amount of money so that you're off our books.
Right.
Yep.
I
And
think
then there's always someone who's willing to, oh, hey, you were a CEO at this company. Would you want to work for us? Or they get in with the government.
The
Or something like that.
and notoriety.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Christina. Where did you say your bosses currently worked at? I'm not comparing those things. You know,
The HR
20
director,
20 years for
the
for
head of
government.
HR. Oh, my manager. Yes. Yeah, he worked 20 years in government contracting.
So,
So
guess
it's
who just couldn't wait to snap him up.
Oh yeah, for sure. He said that like one of the big things he noticed is he thought that things would be more efficient. And then he realized that there was actually more bureaucracy now at the company he currently works at than there was when he was in DC. And he said that the reason he was willing to take so much of a pay downgrade when he left.
Was because he could
From
play pool
one-
on his breaks.
No. It's because he didn't. Because he was presented with it, like they brought him up to Maine and showed him like everything and said it would be a cost of living shift and quality of life, and so that was how they incentivized the
Really.
difference.
So what that means is he's not really very smart.
You got
So-
duped.
Yeah. So there's that. I do think that something that we've done in America that has really hampered us is we've become so much of a service-based economy.
Are you like on
And
the
we've
same
really-
map that I'm on? I haven't seen you in a very long time.
I'm like not that far behind you, but you're like going way faster than me.
I'm stopping to kill things.
The turns are all confusing.
It's been like a one-way trip all the way here.
Hush.
There's
I'm
been
coming.
no path. There's something wobbling down here. Like I haven't seen you since we walked in.
Like, it's not that you hadn't seen me. It's just that, I was just running behind, that's all.
As I'm stopping to take out the various different groups.
Yeah. There's that.
Come
But,
on, what is over here?
But that the transition we've made to a service-based economy means that in an economic downturn, number one, we have less means of production and resources at our own disposal to be able to work with cost constraints and controls. And two, we've basically made everybody's skill set something intangible. And, there's difficulty with outsourcing and the like because there's no need to if everything you're doing is service based at this point with access with the way we're all globalized, there's no real incentive to not go overseas and find someone who can do the same job with the same level of skill for less money. So, and a lot of that has been driven by this move where we're pushing everyone to college instead of trades, right? And we've moved means of productions overseas.
I don't know. I mean, I would say that it's not a college issue in my mind because there are a lot of hard science college degrees which are very useful in manufacturing. The problem is that we have a lot of degrees out there that serve absolutely no purpose other than to simply teach another generation, right? So they exist only to exist. And from a production perspective, all they are is there's like 80 people that graduate trying to get 2 jobs that are available in the entire country. so that they can
Yeah.
train
Oh,
another
for sure.
generation of people that can go and do the same exact thing.
Yeah. That was a big part, like when I went and got my degree in history.
This is
Um,
yeah, right. This is new.
when I got my degree in history, that was the reason I had to get a double major in history and education. Because to your point, what could I do but teach it to the next generation? I mean, there's things you can do with research, but that's very, very limited. And you have so many people that come out with history degrees. And my backup there in that context is I went and got a minor in business with the thought that if I really got stuck, I had that to fall back on. And honestly, that served me well. But the issue is that because I did all of that at once, I paid to do 165 college credits essentially.
But at least you made the choice of going to a really inexpensive school.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah, I think the part that kills me the most is that because of my grades and SAT scores and everything back in Florida, if I would have stayed in Florida, I wouldn't have paid any money. UCF, the Golden Knights in Orlando,
Yeah,
I had
But you
full
can't get that
scholarship.
same degree at just any place.
but then you would have been in Florida.
Yeah, she's Queen of Florida.
Yeah. I mean, that really was the reason I left, was just to not be in Florida.
Yeah, I get it.
But at the same time, there's a significant cost differential for sure. And even when I applied to schools in Florida, because I was rational at the time, I only applied to state schools where I knew I would get full scholarship. So I applied to like University of Central Florida. I applied to UF in Gainesville. I applied to FSU.
What is this?
Areas that were far enough away from where I lived to get me out of Miami, but in the state, so I got state tuition and state schools, so that my tuition would be mostly free. And the whole decision to leave and go to Maine was very, very emotionally motivated and irrational. And financially devastating for a lifetime, to be perfectly honest. So.
I think it's your mission still.
I hit the microphone and scared myself.
Oh, I must have leveled?
Did I?
I don't know. It says 43 now.
Yeah, but that's because I had been 42 and we were running your missions instead of mine.
Oh, I thought we were just running level 42 missions a second ago, but I could be wrong.
Let me try to do that thing. Yeah.
I don't know what that thing is.
Variety, level, team size. What do you want me to increase?
Oh, how about team size?
Okay. You want me to put it at 4?
Sure, let's do 4.
Okay. And then will you unselect my...
Yeah,
you have to unselect my mission and then go to yours first?
Yeah. I need to beat up these two guys that are right by the door, though.
Do you want to just pick your 45 level mission? Because right now, that's the same mission as the one I'm about to run.
But if it's in a different spot... Oh, it's in a different spot. It's closer to you. Damn it. Nah, that's fine. Actually, I don't know what level I'm on. Let me check mine once.
It says that's a 45 level.
No. I mean the team size.
Oh.
Oh, it's actually in the missions. Oh, you're higher than I am. Hold on 1 second. Don't go in yet. And then I'll swap to yours. Swap back to mine. All right, all set.
What? But I don't know. I wish I made better student loan decisions. I don't think they're other people's problem, you know. But at the same time, it's not like I'm gonna like contact them and say I don't want my loan forgiveness if they offer it. So
They're not going to offer it though. That's the whole. Oh my God, these guys are gray. Let's do yours. Let's leave. I forgot I hit 50. It's my fault.
mhm.
I'll do a complete on it, and we'll see that.
Why do a complete? Just switch to mine.
Because that way, when we finish yours, if it's part of an arc,
Yeah.
then we're on the same
Oh.
mission again.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if when I finished mine, if it would kick yours out.
Oh, I don't know. It probably would have. You're right. Return to contact. Sprink. Available. Something. Mission. There we go. That should be your mission now.
Zach, do you find that most of the people that work for your company are contracted within the U.S., or that there's a lot of external partners that you work with globally as well?
For what I do, I work with a lot of people all over the world. But generally, it's very compartmentalized, where you'll have like like for instance, the majority of the people will be here, and then you'll have like the European division, but it's the sort of thing where like they only really handle a couple
European
of things.
problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and that makes sense because, if you want to make sure that your focus is regionalized and appropriate for the area that it's in based on cultural context, based on language, based on approach, then, that makes perfect sense that you'd want that crew to be people from there.
But there are a couple of instances where, like, the main division or the main group associated with a product or service is in a different part of the country. But they try to they really want a lot of it to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, and this is somewhat related but somewhat unrelated. The best rated state still for people to rate. Oh my goodness! Heads up! I just got absolutely destroyed. My side hole got reamed out. Oh, Dark Remy, will you help me level up, please? I don't know who that is. I'm gonna kick out to the. Kick out to the hospital.
I got destroyed. That toxic tarantula that was all red just took me out. Yeah, that was 3 reds in that bundle there, Polly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you were saying?
I don't remember.
Best state to.
Oh yeah. Believe it or not, the best state still for raising a family is still Washington State. Who thought? Who would have thought? But it does it despite high cost of living. Which to me means, maybe it isn't the best state for a young family, but
Of these things where they make these judgment calls about why somewhere is the best state is really subjective based on the criteria they're using for that determination. Because I've seen, I read one the other day where it was saying, what was number 1? Washington was still number 1, but number 2 was Maryland. Number 3 was Minnesota. Then like New Jersey was in the top 5 for best places to live. No, it was not Washington State. It was Hawaii was number 1. Washington was number 2, and then Maryland. And like I said, Jersey was rounding out the top 5.
Nope.
Who the fuck wants to live in Jersey?
Not even the people in New Jersey want to live in New Jersey.
No.
Right?
No. Anybody who has a sense of smell.
So, I mean, all of these measures are subjective, and you should have seen the comments on the article, because people were just like,
Oh my god, I didn't turn my armors on.
where... Oh, no. You pulled a Christina!
I totally did! Oh my god. Like, well, how did I die so fast?
You know, it's funny. I went back specifically to get an awaken with the understanding I was going to die.
that's stunning. All right.
Oh. Welcome to my world. And you see what you just have to cover your face and laugh at it. You did the exact same thing.
I was shocked. I'm like, how did that just happen? That shouldn't be that. Oh. Anyhow.
I'm shocked every time too, despite it being very predictable. So.
All right. Let's try this again with armor on.
Yeah, the stuff that actually makes you a tank.
Yeah.
Why would we want to use that, Zach?
Can't believe that's happened one time in the last couple of years. Dang it. I'm slipping. Yeah.
How are your other kids doing, Christina?
The big ones?
Yes.
They're good. It was picture day today.
They're not that big.
And it was like, oh, this is my first year with Olivia being all teenager. And so this morning, all week long, Liv, what are you wearing for picture day? I've got it planned. Why do you keep asking me this question? She got up 15 minutes early and then had 4 outfit changes before 7 a.m. And I'm just like, what are you wearing? Oh, I can only find parts of everything I want to wear. Oh my god. So, we eventually compromised because she wanted to wear... one of the outfits she wanted to wear was going to show her stomach.
I can't see.
Oh no.
And I don't have any accuracies.
Here, I got one. I just sent it to you. Oh, you're too far away. Let me set them on fire. I just gave you... Oh, it won't let me give it to you.
That's okay, I can see now. Barely wore off. What are we all fighting here? My goodness.
Right?
There we go. All right. That was a pretty tough opening round. I like it.
Well, you know, sometimes the warm-up period takes a little longer than you think.
Can't believe you went with 6. What do we got here? Who are you? Are you helping? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. All right. Got a little help here.
Oh, did you just find the dead body of the person she told you to find?
Oh, I don't know. Was she telling me to find somebody?
I think so. My headphones are telling me that they're dying, by the way.
Bye. One of these days they're going to charge those suckers up like for more than 5 minutes.
Well, I haven't used them all week.
Does that mean... Okay. That means you can't charge them.
No, it means that I just didn't think about it.
Okay.
So, last week, remember I spent the whole week in the office? Like I actually went in person and did some peopling. And then on Friday, I was really tired of people because I get tired of people fairly quickly now. And, yeah. So I just haven't used my headphones because I've been avoiding meetings at almost every cost. Fortunata's going to die if we don't get her a heal soon.
I'll just heal her then. I don't have any heals.
Don't you have the little radiant thing, or does that only do yourself?
That's just me.
Oh.
You haven't noticed that you haven't healed when I've hit it? No.
How oblivious am I to everything going on in my environment at any given point in time? Let's be honest. All of you have seen me. You know me at this point.
On a scale of 1 to 2, 17. Yes. She's doing fine.
And you got that other dead body.
Yeah. So at some point, I think when I died, I kicked over leadership to you, or it did it on its own, one of the two. Do you want to have Dark Remy pop in? I don't know who Dark Remy is.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know who Dark Remy is either. Holy crap, I'm getting the...
Probably just a random individual who saw you were streaming and thought they'd ask for help.
Sure, go ahead and invite them.
I don't have the conch.
Oh.
That's why I did the lead-in introduction for that.
Gotcha. Well, in battle is not necessarily the greatest time for me to be able to make that decision.
You are correct.
But I will... Oh. I'm highly motivated to do so in a moment.
She's healing up.
Oh my god, this kid's going crazy. Crazy. You know, that's like one of those things. Men don't have to deal with like having something live inside your body. I mean, I guess if you have parasites or something, you do.
Oh my god.
But
you just could not resist the glowy, could you?
Oh.
Did you not see every head turn to look at you?
Sorry.
Every head.
Oh no.
It clicks and every head goes, what?
My bad, dude. My bad.
I got in as fast as I could, and even that was just not enough.
Okay. So, I keep trying to send you stuff, but it won't let me. It says that you don't want it.
I'm not refusing it. I'm just not far enough away. Or I'm too far away, I'm sorry.
Well, well then. Come meet me at the hospital.
No, I'm getting up. That was just perfection. Just that snapshot, a moment in time. Stealth Christina runs up right in front of like 8 things and clicks on a glowy. And every head turns. I teleport in, hit everything, and she still died.
Yeah. Wasn't this part of why Zach decided to take the teleport power? It was just to get me out of trouble.
But there was no way. There was absolutely no way that would have helped.
It was more of, oh, you're lost, come here.
Because what would have happened there is I could have teleported you to me, and then they'd have just attacked you right next to me instead. So.
And essentially attacked both of us and made you die faster.
Well, I almost lived through that, actually. It's a little surprising. Just gonna whack this guy in the face.
Where did I put that cable to charge my headphones? Really, what I should do is what you've done and just get wired headphones.
Well, you know, if only somebody would have asked, do you want to take the Beats headphones along that I'm not using when you're not here? And you're like, no, I use the ones I have. I'm like, okay.
Well,
But if you want to
yeah.
consider that to be a new idea, you can go ahead and do that.
What are you trying to imply here, sir?
I am not implying anything. I'm saying, wow, what a great idea that is to get some wired headphones to use. I wish I'd have thought of that for you. That was an astonishing shot. That's the end of the mission.
You got us killed so close to the end.
Okay, I gotta remember to clip this. When is this? 1 minute,
Clip which
1
part?
hour and 20 minutes in.
For which part?
The whole staggering into the middle of the crowd. A collection of fantastic Christina deaths.
I don't, there'd be a lot of work to do if you were going to make a Christina death montage. It'd be its own 3-hour video.
With the best, and a lot of them would be in Valheim. But in fact, I would have to say some of the best ones would be in Valheim.
Because you enjoy my terrorized facial expressions when I'm going, oh my god, as I'm dying epically.
The best is when you're just panicking about the troll. I'm like, just turn. It's just a regular turn. Hit him. Turn around, hit him. Turn around, hit him.
And I'm zigzagging through the terrain.
Just stop and raise your shield. Yeah. All right, we're out.
Yeah.
All right. It's up to you to pick a mission. Oh, and it's the same one.
Hold on.
Either one is fine.
Hold on.
What? Hold on, what? Oh, okay.
Who were you gonna...
Ghostbusters!
I can ask. I did an invite.
Alright.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay. Just apologize for the delay. Tell them that you had a very incompetent team leader at the time who was unable to get her shit together to be able to.
I mean, if they're watching the stream, they probably already know, unfortunately.
I don't. Yes. All right.
I love that there was a moment there where you attempted to try to find something polite to say and then realized it was better to just be honest.
Well, I hit an invite. I don't know. No response.
That's all good. It'll time out. And they know we extended a lovely offer.
Yeah.
And
I think there's a timer on the invites, isn't there? There's like
yes, there is. It's like a minute or something like that.
I think it's even less than that.
I'm gonna look for my charging cable and use the restroom at the same time.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty. I'm gonna see what I have that I can sell. Money, money, money. I got stuff. Oh, 1.7 million. Go me. Sprink. And 2,000. Yes, 2,000. I need to figure out something to do with this keyboard. All right, so I was planning on something really clever for... I could be wrong, but Christina looks like she's frozen on my screen. All right, what do I got for salvage? So, Zach, have you played or heard of or contemplated the game Barony?
That sounds really familiar.
It looks like an 8-bit dungeon crawl game.
Yes, I know. Yeah, okay.
It looks hilarious.
I haven't played it, but I've watched people play, and it does look fun.
It looks hilarious. It's funny that, that is technology that is probably state of the art like in 1989. And how we're working our way back to that is kind of hilarious.
Oh yeah, who can forget the good old days where all the trees were sprites?
Everything is two-dimensional. You just have to get up close to it. Yeah. It's amazing. Well, I think that Ultima Online is still a thing. I think they still have servers going.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's private servers up somewhere.
Which is really not that much different than that. I think I just heard Christina.
Yeah. Can you hear me and not see me?
Your camera looks like it's frozen.
Okay, I'm gonna back out of Discord and come back on.
Okay. I'm gonna grab some coffee. Talk amongst yourselves. Well, I'll wait till she gets back. Never leave dead air, as they say. Anyhow, I was looking at that. I think it's it looks like they have kind of the classic, warrior, healer, damage dealer type things. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Yeah.
All right, you're moving. I'm gonna grab some coffee.
Okay. There we go. Okay. So I played this battle. I went to my kids and this is such a terrible mom moment, by the way. I went to the kids and I was just like, why are these yogurts missing? Because the Chobani flip ones, they're like dessert yogurts where you like flip stuff into the yogurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, where like you can it flips like they have like a cheesecake one or they have like a, so the kids love them as a dessert, right? And so I bought 5. They're 5 for $5. I buy 5, and then I'm in there the other day, and the kids are like, "What can we have for dessert?" And I'm like, "Well, there were 5 of these, but apparently now there's only 2." And this escalation of an argument goes between them. How dare you eat them all? Like, you're supposed to ask permission. These are dessert items. I didn't eat them. You must have eaten them. And they're just like going back and forth for like 10 minutes at dinner. And finally I was just like, guys, there's only 2 options. Pick one of the 2 options and you each get one. But I just went in there and moved something and found the other 3.
Oh, I mean...
They argued for 10 minutes about it, Zach. 10 minutes.
Yeah,
oh my God.
And enjoy the comedy.
Well, it's more that what I feel bad about is the fact that they were both accusatory towards each other and each accused the other of lying about it.
So what you should do is tell them that neither of them were lying.
Right. My point in the end was, it doesn't matter now. No one can eat them again anyways because they're gone.
So you can hoard them for yourself.
I mean, I guess that is the actual outcome.
Pro mother move right there.
Is this a story about food?
It's Christina. What do you expect?
I wish I love things as much as Christina loves food.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think
don't get the
my
same enjoyment.
relationship with food is emblematic in the fact that you didn't say, "Are you planning our wedding?" What you said was, "Are you planning our wedding cake?"
Well, you had some
Because
really.
you,
What do you think about German chocolate? I'm like, well, are you just determined to get the most disgusting options?
to mess with you, I would never get a German chocolate wedding cake. There's too many people that don't approve of the
Oh my
texture.
God. What? Okay, we have to come back out here. I'm sorry. Apparently, all my missions are just too low level. They're all
Oh, were they
45 for
gray
some
again?
reason. Yeah, I'll kick out and we'll check your mission instead. Yeah, they're all gray. I should have checked it out before I left. All
Okay.
right. Stop Hugo. Yes.
It's in a new location now. All the way on the other side.
Yeah, it's a ways away. Oh, goodness.
You're getting attacked.
My biscuits are burning.
Mhm. But yeah, Zach, that was my fantasy. My fantasy was not, what would I wear to get married to Paul? What would my vows be to get married to Paul? It was, oh, what would my cake be?
I mean, everybody has different priorities, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think the other telling thing is she asked me about. Yeah, I've been married before. What was the cake at your first wedding? How did that go? Like, of all the things to remember about that day, the cake is what you really. My gosh, I'm getting my.
It's important. I very much remember the cake from mine.
So Zach, you've been married at least once, right?
Some would even say twice.
Some would say twice. What was the cake you had for yours? How much time did you spend figuring out the exact right thing for the cake?
I spent none because in both weddings because I. It's not that I don't care, but
Well, you are kind of a foodie.
well, I am. So I did have some say, but it was more of what do you think of this? Not I didn't get to make suggestions. But the cake that I had at my last wedding, which is weird to say, was a I don't remember exactly. It was something with pistachio.
Ooh.
And it was very good.
Was it green inside?
Yes.
Christina has to move the food out of her mouth to say "woo" to pistachio cake.
No, wait. Okay, no, I have questions though. So, when was it like the flavor of the cake was all pistachio, or was it like there was like the texture of also having like pistachios like as toppings or like mixed in and stuff?
I'm getting my butt kicked here. Be prepared, I may die.
I think it had like small pieces of pistachio in it, and then I believe it was like a cherry frosting or something like that. I don't know. I'm horrible.
This kind of makes my point for me, doesn't it? Yes.
But he said it was very good, and I bet the fact that it was green and that it had a good flavor makes it memorable for the guests as well.
So you're saying that all these years later, what the guests are talking about from that wedding is, my God, that cake was amazing.
They say that for my wedding, but that's because they didn't think I should have married him in the first place. So it was really the only good outcome.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm being honest.
I mean, you did make a couple 4-footers.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
The
second one was under duress, obviously.
It's not cake, but I did get a couple kids out of it. I probably didn't. Probably doomed my marriage by referring to her as my first wife when I introduced her.
With your cake selection? Like,
No. When I would introduce her to people, this is my first wife.
oh. Yeah, I can see how that might have been perceived as somewhat problematic.
I don't know. I mean, it's true. No matter how I sliced it.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
No matter how I sliced it, she's my first wife. So.
Well, she's only your first wife if you get married again. Otherwise, she's just your ex-wife.
No. She's first. There's this whole, you think Prince Charles has got it rough. King Charles. There's this whole ruse to ascension that I'm not even aware of regarding, who's next. So.
Yeah, there is a lot of competition and a ranking order.
Which I'm not really aware of and don't care to hear about, actually. So what, how was, oh my God, I'm so tired of getting shot. I'm going to go back. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to back up there. I had enough of you guys. Can I attack you? Oh, yes. I'll be there in a minute. I'm going to kill this rocket tower that keeps on whacking me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I can't attack it. All right. Can I attack it from the top of it? Oh my God. All right. You know what? The game discriminates against non-flyers. From now on, every time I get shot by one of these things, I'm stopping. Even in unrelated characters. That's right. That's right.
Well, if it tells you anything about my life, the people who were most happy I got married were my parents.
Well, that isn't as easy as a statement as you think it is. Which parents?
My mom and my stepdad.
Okay, so how many times has your mom been married?
4.
Okay, this is why I'm saying.
Technically, I guess like
my
kind of
stepdad
5.
is not
because...
as easy a statement as you think it is.
Valid point.
We're gonna have to. I love that you put out bonfires. We're gonna just have to work on your speed. Seem to be putting it out when there's one thing left. There's a group of 8.
I know.
You're not invisible.
Yes, I am.
You weren't.
But oh well. There we go. That's cinders, everybody. That's this, everybody. That's this, everybody. That's this, everybody. Yeah, birches. Feel my fiery wrath.
I still can't believe that Firecrotch made it through the filter.
We spelled it uniquely.
Well, I think I had to because the other one was already taken, which kind of makes my point there too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Funny.
All right. One of those. Jumping in. Yeah.
Well, I guess for me, one of the things I remember most about specific events is often the food. So I guess I'm a weirdo like that. It's
I can't
a
target him.
thing.
Weird.
I don't think it's weird. I mean, I imagine people who go to like hot dog eating contests and compete, it's the same thing.
Do you really remember food when you're eating it that quickly and in that volume? What? What are you laughing about?
I like how Zach compared a wedding to hot dog eating contest. Oh, that is wrong and hilarious.
Giggity? not. I didn't mean to. Now that you mention it like that, that's not what I had implied. But I was trying to think. I was like, what kind of event would you go to and participate in where food would be one of the only things you remember? And I remember, and I was just thinking, like, if I had to go to a hot dog eating contest and shove that amount of food in my face, I would probably remember it, but not in a good way.
What about fair season? Fair season is all about judging people's food.
Can't do fairs.
Well, my first marriage was not anything like a hot dog eating contest.
Well, yeah, that's why you guys got divorced, I guess. Hey, sorry. I'm gonna shut up now.
Come here, buddy. There we go.
No, I have to be careful at fairs because there's always clowns. Or not always, but...
I would think it'd be more of a circus thing than a fair thing.
Yeah. Are you alright over there?
She's got this weird gag reflex thing. Speaking of hot dog eating contests.
Hey-ho!
Oh my goodness. Apparently I got aggro from everybody. Christina,
I'm sorry. I'm coming.
I
was dying.
I got so many web grenades on me that I have absolutely no recharge right now, so I'm just gonna...
I figured the life of your fetus was more important than your life in the game.
Well, you're saying he'd be able to survive, the baby would be able to survive out of the womb right now, right? So... I didn't know you were joking. I thought you were laughing.
No.
Okay, I'll do my
That's okay.
bucket. I had so many rub grenades on me. I was just staring at myself with all of my little powers not recharging.
So many web grenades.
I need to do something about my self-heal. It's not impressive.
Is it even socketed?
Well, this character is all socketed. I'll have you know. In fact, I even got the start of several sets going on. Although Energized currently only has one socket. But I think I did that for a reason. Why did I do that? I don't remember. Need to take a moment? All right.
I'm okay. I'm okay. The doctor yesterday wanted to know if I wanted to get a whole bunch of shots. She's like, we can vaccinate you for COVID. We can get you a flu shot. And I was just like, I think I'm okay right now. And she says, do you have any history of having respiratory problems? And I said, yeah, I've had like chronic bronchitis, whooping cough, pleurisy. And she's just like, why do you not want it? Basically said that I was probably going to die. And I was just like, I'll figure it out.
I mean, ultimately, yes. You are probably going to die. I also will most likely at some point in time die. Waiting on your mission.
Hold on. Mr. Phipps. All right, did that take care of your mission too?
I did.
Yay. Sir.
All right.
And look, now we can fly over that wall without getting shot.
Except
because
it's back again.
It's back. It regenerated.
I'm just gonna fly around. Oh my god. No, no. No, not gonna do it.
Why don't you just put stealth on?
Because, you know, not everybody has one throwaway power. We're like, you know what I'll do? I'll just make it so that I'm stealth as somebody who wants attention. I just don't have it. I just don't have the extra powers. Why don't you have stealth on?
You know, just be glad that I've gotten enough powers at this point that the mystic costume thing is finally out of my tray.
That just means you have more garbage stuff that actually is into your tray.
No, I got rid of all my.
If you move that out.
I got rid of Sans Move, and I got rid of the mystic, you know, costume outfit.
Midnighter?
And I got rid, the Midnighter outfit. Sorry. I got rid of the Midnighter costume, and I got rid of the Ricky rifle. Oh no, I still have that one. That's mine. I still have the Ricky rifle. And the Ricky drone.
I know you're currently contemplating what to do next.
I'm coming.
We may be too weak to go with 4. I'm getting my butt kicked.
Maybe I just need to be more attentive, and we can see if using full capacity makes us any more reliable in this game.
That one map where we were always one screen apart was a little weird. I still don't know how that works.
Listen, I'm doing my best to keep up, but sometimes you go really fast, and it's hard for me to keep track of where you are. Maps are not my thing.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? I don't have sprint on. I never have sprint on. And I stop for every group.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying if you can't keep up with me, I can't go any slower than I'm currently going. I could stop at every corner. Oh man, I hit hard. These guys just have a lot of health. You're getting your butt kicked by something. Oh, you're getting your butt kicked by a lot of stuff. That's my fault, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm going to pull around the corner here.
Don't be an asshole, Mr. Nullifier dude.
Did it clear out or not?
One person speed, but I got him. I stunned him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna kick his ass because he's a little bitch. Yeah.
Okay, the
said
group's
it.
down.
She didn't swear around our child.
I mean, it's hard to get away from the child at this point. Really. I'm going to pull around the corner, so please don't come in.
I appreciate your polite warning. Please don't ruin my pull like you do 85% of the time.
Also, if you don't have stealth going, please don't stand there.
So guys, if someone was going to play this game with me, what would you give them for advice?
Make you play a tanker.
Why a tinker?
Because as long as you have your armors going, you would be relatively immune to damage. If you could pull somewhere... Never mind. I can get up again.
Sorry.
Like my little raccoon, my little trash panda butt sticking up there. Come on, get away from me. Get away from me. Get away. Get away. Wait, if they're smoked right now, what if I could stand up?
You should be able to. I'll try it.
Oh my god. They just stopped being smoked.
Very good. You stay where you are. I'm gonna take them.
Do you have a break free? There you go.
I'm gonna put a rune of protection on so I don't
coming.
get stuck again.
I'm coming. Oh wait, I'm gonna die here. I want to pull them away from you.
I'm gonna put the imps out so that they can help.
I'm gonna die before that.
Come over to my heartbeat.
Oh my
stay
god,
away
I
from us.
lived.
Come to my heartbeat.
I gotta put my armors on.
Alright, you stay over there. I'm gonna try and keep them distracted.
Alright. Yeah. Oh my god.
Look at that.
My salvage is full. Hold on a second. What can I throw away? Spirit thorns.
Zach, what would your advice be? If Paul's advice is that I should always play a tanker, what would you give to advice to someone who was going to play with me?
Don't. I'm kidding.
But the problem is though, if you're going to play a tanker well, you have to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
And
Otherwise, you can't pull off of everybody else, so you die.
So really,
I would say. Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, accept the fact that the greatest superhero stories involve the heroes being defeated only to rise up again. Because they're gonna die a lot.
Yeah, we're going to die. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm going to die here again. Why am I so... Oh my god.
Squishy?
Do you not have your armors on again?
No, my armors are on. Oh, you know what? They have the resist debuffs going on the ground. We gotta pull out. We gotta pull away from where they currently are. We can't stand there and let them alpha us. I stand corrected. I think you should, instead of always playing a tanker, I would say always play a scrapper. Because for the most part, nobody counts on a scrapper to do anything regarding tanking. And they're relatively tanky. And they can do a decent amount of damage. So yeah, I would say scrapper. Although playing a tanker once wouldn't necessarily hurt you.
Will it tell a lie and desert me? Sorry. It's a song reference. Never ever gonna make you cry.
I enjoyed it.
What is that from?
Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
What is that from?
And Paul's never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.
I stopped enjoying it.
No. I don't know what we're talking about.
I am very, 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 very deaf and should not.
I'm sorry, my brain just interpreted what you said as I am very, very, very afraid of chipmunks.
I heard something similar, but I heard chip sauce, which I don't understand.
I
I
said
know you're not afraid of chip sauce.
I said
Well, yeah, it's food.
I'm tone deaf,
What does that have to do
and
with chipmunks?
I didn't say anything about chipmunks. It said no. Normally, I'm not allowed to sing anywhere. The only time I've ever been welcome to sing was when I was in like third grade church choir, and I think that's because they're not allowed to kick anybody out.
I thought that you would be the favorite person for any sort of karaoke parties.
Um.
I'm gonna pull.
Okay.
I'm on fire. What's the constantly letting me on fire thing? All right, no, I'm gonna pull another one.
I'm trying to stay far enough away that my
There it
minions
is.
are not
See that?
interfering.
See that thing on the ground? That's
The
debuff.
waves that are coming
Yeah.
out. Okay.
That's the debuff. You don't want to be in that if you can help it. It lowers your resistances way down, so you take a lot more damage. Okay, I guess we're going.
Well, I just was trying to stay out of these circles.
Oh, you ran into the room. Your pet's been attacked.
My pets are bitches. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to do that when you run into the room. I don't think I have any options other than to attack them on top of the circles now. But they're popcorning, so it should be too bad. All right. There we go.
Alright, so I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But they're gonna throw that little bomb debuff thing.
Honey?
No!
Why do
I
you
ran
keep-
back!
Why do you keep standing out there with your pets? Do you think that they're not going to attack when something comes running at you?
Okay, look, I keep forgetting because I'm not used to having pets like this. They're not well behaved.
They're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. The problem is you always have to have eyes on the pole. You have to know what's happening on the pole. You don't trust me to pull. That's it. It's a lack of trust.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. All right, so if you're standing right here with your pets, which is exactly where you're standing,
Uh-huh.
and your pet's aggroing everything,
Yeah.
and I pull, and I come running past you as you're standing right there, and I hide
They're
behind the
just
corner
gonna-
so that they come over.
They're all just gonna run towards whatever's running towards us and not let it actually go to the pole location. Is that what that's the outcome, right? Like the way it works.
Oh, we can keep testing it. But 100% of the time so far, that's been the case, yes.
What's our N?
Come here. Come here. I'll zap you again. Somewhere around here, there is fruit. So I've been getting flies. Actually, they've been here since you guys visited. I've not been able to shake the fruit flies.
From the bananas?
The bananas are fine. They were here before the bananas.
Oh.
What am I not doing here? Why? Attack with... There we go. I really don't know where they're coming from. I have made
Yeah,
a fruit fly trap,
yeah.
which is probably got like 8 pounds of them so far.
So you've got a reservoir coming from somewhere.
I'm guessing.
Are you sure they're fruit flies and not shit? What are they called? I
They're-
want to say.
drain flies?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't know. Maybe a bunch of food got down one of the drains.
You know, that's a common occurrence with children present.
But there were grates over the top of them.
Doesn't matter. I don't know how they do things, but they do these things. Remember when I told you that I tried to get them to load the dishwasher themselves, and then I kept finding the dishwasher full of food and broken glass until they broke the dishwasher?
I think I hear rain.
I don't know how it happens, but if there is a way to destroy something in a subtle way that you're not noticing, but happens over time, they're very, very capable.
Good, because I don't have anything valuable. All right. Okay, I was gonna say where you are right now. Again, out in front of the pool, standing in front of the corner. Probably not gonna work.
Okay. Do we want to pull them further back so we're out of that little debuff circle that they're in?
I'm already documented at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't keep on face tanking them. I can't, at least. Someone to launch and pull.
Now that you got them here, I'm gonna fire cages them. See if I can lock them into the bonfire.
So it's actually, you can, if they're locked in, then you can run your hot feed too.
I can what?
You can run hot feed if they're locked in. Otherwise, they run away.
Yeah.
So there's a definite like attack sequence for you, which
Which, yes, you know, I've had a hard time grasping what attack sequence means. I get it.
well, it's like a recipe. You do this, then this, then this. You don't do them in the wrong order. Because if you do, you get a bad result. Like, do you first make the ramen noodles soft, or do you put the eggs on top of it first? See? So the ramens have to be done first. Otherwise, it's going to be crap $80 ramen, right?
But I put the eggs in the ramen while I'm cooking to soft boil them.
Oh,
So I cook the egg in the noodles.
but they're in the shell though.
Yeah.
Then you take them out, and then you take the shell off.
Yes.
So there's an
Yeah.
order. There's an order to it, is what you're saying,
Gotcha.
which is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I can't. There's no place to hide here, so I'm just gonna zap them. Look at me being a distance attack guy. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I can't.
Hey,
hide.
it's me, Distant Attack Guy.
I can't.
You should totally make a blaster named Distant Attack Guy.
I can't hide anymore, so I'm just gonna pop over. 3, 2, 1. Here. It's me, Mario.
You could make a character called It's a Me, and then just make him look like Mario.
I already have Atomic Flanders. I don't know, Zach. Have you seen my Atomic Flanders yet?
I think you showed him to me, yeah.
Yeah, I can do better. I don't think his skin color's quite right. It's a racism thing, I think. Yeah. There we go. Need juice. Oh goodness. Honey, we may have to run here.
Yeah.
Although I don't know to where, because this is a freaking hallway. Behind this box, maybe?
No, but I just took out the lady who kept shooting me. Oh, qué mierda, hijo de puta, que eso.
Okay, they cannot see me. So okay, they can totally see me.
Queso.
I'm pretty tired of you lighting me on fire. Zach, do you have any characters that are running the electric aura thing for armor?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, my volcano-themed tanker, the Earth Melee electric armor guy.
Is there? I'm trying to think now. Do we?
What's his name?
Fracto emission.
That's right.
Fracturnal emission.
It's fracto emission. He's
Yeah, fracto emission is the scientific name of
I know.
electrical
I'm just thinking of something else, I guess.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
I
you're
think
good.
it's
Hot dog
hilarious,
eating
though.
contest. Anyway, you were saying what?
No, I was wondering if. Okay, so lightning field. Okay, so lightning field can, in theory, pull their endurance out,
Correct.
but I don't know if it pays to even think about that.
I think you want to slot for it. I think I did like minus endurance cost and then increased endurance drain.
I think I'm currently targeting. What am I targeting here? I'm going for a set on it, but I don't remember what it was.
I'd have to look at my character in the mids character builder for how I want to do it.
What's the mids character builder? Is that like gritty thing that you use when you're putting them together?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you guys laughing at me? I
'Cause
don't
we have these
understand.
discussions more than once. I'm currently socketing it with Fury of the Gladiator set. It looks like. Which I have an increased chance for minus resist. And then I have damage increases, cold defense, toxic and psionic resistance, maximum health, accuracy, and recharge.
Okay.
I think it's ultimately probably not going to be as useful as a something that does damage and ends up being more of a skill mule.
Right.
What just happened there? Oh, I got sucked, honey.
Yeah.
Get him.
Okay. Wait, what is happening to you?
See that singularity?
Oh. How do I get rid of the singularity?
What?
How do I get rid of the singularity?
You kill it? I got it.
There.
It tried to pull me back around the corner. You see that?
Yeah. It lifted you up in the air like Max in Stranger Things.
And what?
Max in Stranger Things.
Who's Max?
The redheaded girl. Have you seen the newest season of Stranger Things?
Oh, okay. Okay. She doesn't have any powers of her own, though. You're talking about getting lifted up in the air and all of your bones cracked. Right?
Yes.
But that was
When she's attacked by Vecna.
There was like 8 people that got that same thing done to them. So that's why I wasn't associating necessarily Max. But I get it. I'm happy.
See, I don't watch the show. But I've seen the running up that hill video like a bajillion times because, you know.
You should watch it. I think you'd like it.
Really? Olivia watches it.
That doesn't
Which is-
inherently mean it's bad.
It kind of does. It's not a glowing report. If I'm going to be honest about things. Oh, okay, here we go.
I mean, she's almost 11. You know, I mean, it's way better in my opinion than William watching Squid Game, which he's like thinks is awesome.
I mean, honestly, I don't think she should watch it as an 11-year-old, if I'm being honest. But I don't have parenting knowledge or skills, so
I don't have decisions that I'm able to make because she watches it at her dad's house.
I figured. But
So,
that being said, I do enjoy Stranger Things. I think it's pretty well done. It's not perfect, obviously,
But
you don't go through like all and nitpick all of the things they've done that are incorrect for the specific time area that it's occurring.
she doesn't.
it's
have,
hard for me because it takes place in the 80s, which is when I was found and then raised as a child.
Raised by wolves.
Sasquatches, who then signed the blood pact.
I thought it was Zack Squatch.
I'm the Zack Squatch, but
Need to pull him around the corner.
I feel like if I had to decide about being raised by Sasquatches or wolves, I like the Sasquatches because they just keep to themselves. They're not big on peopling.
Well, I mean, and they're also an alien race.
Are they aliens?
They are, according to the $6 Million Man.
yeah, but I mean, where would $6 million get you today? I mean, he'd come up and he'd be like, "I'm the $6 million man," and then Zuckerberg would be like, "Boy, have I got a story for you."
Oh my god.
I won't even buy a nice property in Maine anymore.
Dude, this state is so expensive. Any place with 4 bedrooms in my town is a $500,000.
So one of the places that was listed as being one of the best places to live in America, one of the best cities, was Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And the reason they said it was, part of it was, other than the fact that there's no crime, and I think the schools are like in the top 7 of the nation or something like that, was that that you could expect to get not the median home was $180,000.
Wow.
And they said, and he goes, normally when we say that, what we're saying is, that's the median house, but you can't expect to really get anything for under, this and this. He goes, but in reality, you look around, and there's a lot of really nice houses for $160,000 that you could expect to raise a family in. He goes, but normally in most cities, you would not want to. Oh, my Savage is full again. You would not want to. I'm kicking out. Buy a home anywhere near the stadium. Those are usually the ones that go for super cheap, because of all the traffic and noise and
or they're way out in the middle of absolutely nowhere, and you don't have any services.
Yeah, surrounded by garbage, and. Because, but those same $160 homes in Green Bay are going to go for $700,000 to $800,000. Nothing special about them. They're just right next to the Coliseum. I don't know where you just went to. Did you just
I'm headed towards the red. I'm headed towards the red arrow.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see it pop. Must have done it on its own. I just saw your pets take off.
I think it's the second part to the mission.
Gotcha. You must be close to leveling. I'm at like almost 7 bubbles in. I'm almost 8 bubbles in.
I got like 3 left.
Is that cake you're eating? Why not?
German chocolate.
Was I making the cake face?
I don't know. You're making the I'm trying to hide what I'm eating face. Yeah, so I'm sorry. What was the first cake you asked me about? Something to do with blueberry chunks inside the cake. Like
at my wedding?
No, like what would you think about this cake? And where are we? This is not a pleasant looking place.
No.
I guess we're going to go.
Since we have to find Manicore.
I guess this ship has got something to do with it. Oh god. I have to fight these things on my rocket pack? Well, at least I have a rocket back. You got stuff behind you, by the way.
Yeah, I know. But you were getting destroyed by this little doodad over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was like top 7. But believe it or not, Portland, Maine was also in the list.
Portland, Maine it's very, very expensive to live. You know, and most people, because of gentrification, no longer can. But and I don't know if you feel this, Lisa. I feel like there's almost a campaign to push Maine as a great place to live right now.
Oh yeah.
I would say, given the fact that so many young people are moving out of it, maybe it isn't the greatest place to live. But I think part of what you're saying is the cost.
It's okay. Once global warming starts to kick in more and the warmer climate moves further north, it'll get the population.
All right, freaking.
It's not inaccurate. It's also getting like all the waves of disease and stuff that are coming along with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's not really a good part of that. I mean, you'll have some areas that were not habitable that will be, but at what cost?
Yeah.
But what we kind of already expected, because what the hell is shooting me? What we expected with so much global warming over the last. Who's doing that? Okay, you are dead to me. That most of Maine already be gone. Are we seeing increases in regards to? Because isn't Portland's like right on the water, right?
It is.
It is. But I think they're having so many issues with drought at the moment that I think
That it's taking
there's
the ocean
less.
level down.
With what?
It's taking the level of the ocean down.
No. I just mean that people tend to be less concerned about water levels. Hopefully.
Holy crap!
I died. I'm trying to come back.
Jeepers! I'm just gonna run to the freaking end. Can I get it?
Do we need to get in somewhere? Is that what we're
got
supposed
into
to be
the,
doing?
I got into the, yeah. I got inside.
Where is it?
There's a door at the end of the ship. If you can stay stealthed, you'll have to make your way past.
I'm getting shot by everything right now.
Okay.
I don't know where the door is. Does it say emergency on it?
I'll pop my head out. Oh, I think
Got
you're
it.
coming in. All right. We get our butts kicked in here, by the way. Absolutely get
For sure.
our butts are going to be kicked.
And this, lady and gentlemen, is the reason the channel has this name.
All right. Combine 3 into one of those. I have a res.
I've got like nothing. I have garbage.
Garbage.
Alright, let's do it.
This way. Hold on, I'm organizing.
I'm gonna take out the mender.
All right, I'm gonna work top to bottom. Wait, do we want to go bottom up or top down?
You can go top down. That's fine.
All right. Where the heck did he just go to? No, come here. Shoot you. There we go. Oh my god, I just whipped everything. I stood in the middle of this open area and just swung my claws around with nothing within range.
Stuffiness.
All right.
I'm glad I took the nap because the nap meant I didn't need to take any Dayquil. So yay for that.
I'll be right back. I had to get rid of some coffee.
Oh. Took me a second. Okay. So if Christina's being smart, Christina will not jump off the ledge to the next level and potentially pull everybody and kill her whole party. Right? It's the responsible option, I think. Which means I should resist my innate urge to say, I'm stealth. I'm just going to wander around and see what's down there.
You should, yes.
Is this your advice as a fellow player or as a friend? Because Lord knows I don't want to piss my spouse off again. Remember the last time I did something like this and I like schmucked him and then tried to hide it? He was gone, and then he replayed the video and found out.
Oh yeah, I do remember
that. Did you just... No, I didn't. Zach has counseled me that it would be a bad idea for me to roam around the floor below while you were away from your desk.
Okay. So what magic did you possess, Zach, that you said that and she listened to you?
You want to know the honest answer, Paul? I let her talk. She came up with the idea, and then I informed her that she was correct. And then she decided to do it. If I had told her to do it, she wouldn't have done it.
I tend to ask questions. Like, are you sure that that's a good idea?
Well, what I did is I asked myself the questions you usually ask me. So...
Alright, well, I'm clearing out the level below here.
Mm-hmm. Are you going... Which end are you going to?
The fun side. The side that you're on. Alright, I'm actually going to pull... Wait. I'm going to pull... I'm behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see where I am? I'm going to pull right to here. Right over here.
Okay. I'm going to stay around this corner until you're pulled. Sorry. Do you know what I opened up by accident the other day? Remember when we had the open chat for the chicken documentary? And the guy, Isabel made this comment that was it something like his cock didn't meet expectations because it was the chicken documentary and they were like showing their roosters.
Oh, is that the it was judged to be unworthy? That
yes,
comment?
Yes, his cock was judged to be unworthy. So, what was the name of that documentary? Was it Chicken People?
Chicken People, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Zach, it's hilarious. I don't know who spoke to about it. It's like literally a whole documentary about people who devote pretty much their lives to raising show chickens.
Zach, you've had chickens, right?
We did. Don't anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, people who dedicate themselves to a certain type of animal are generally going to be weird anyway. Like, horse people are the fucking worst.
Horse people are strange. They're wired differently. But I think it's different. Okay, so it's different between production and show, right? So
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a friend who you went all the way down, didn't you? So we've got one that
I fell.
I think he just missed the railing. We have one who is mostly silkies now, but that's part because they're pets, but also part production.
Yeah.
She doesn't show any of them. So she's not so preoccupied with, this comb or those feet or...
Mm-hmm.
I think the show process really messes with people's heads.
She also comes... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Zach.
I was going to say, I think it's the same thing with people who force their kids to compete in, like, beauty pageants.
Yeah. What's the Best in Show movie is amazing. I'm pulling straight through.
What, the one with dogs?
Yeah. It's one of the Christopher Guest movies. Just astonishingly good.
I think the difference with Isabel is she comes from a production background. And so for her, even if she's getting what may seem like the show often, she did, by the way, remember that little rooster that had like the all black one with the big white headdress on it?
Not really, no.
You sent her a picture of it when they were talking about it. It's like it's like a white crusted black Polish something.
And was it the Bantam?
Yes. She got one.
Oh, okay.
But she said all the hens are beating it up still. So she's trying to...
Didn't she... She lost a rooster, right?
When she lost that other rooster, that was what she replaced it with.
Okay. Yeah. She does, I mean, she made a really nice covered run, but for the most part, they're not protected from at least bird predators. But I don't know what her current configuration is. I wonder if she's gonna build another coop.
I don't know. I mean, she did a lot of work on that one where it was like solar, so that it didn't freeze on the inside and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. I ended up writing a lot of the plans out for her.
Yeah. Yeah, she was really happy with it.
Parts list.
And then when she put the metal roof on, it was so that it would gather its own water.
Yeah, but then the weather here being how it is, we're in a freeze from November through end of November, I would say, through beginning of March.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, there's a lot of stuff down there. Wait, who's doing that? Oh, freaking. Pretty tired of these turrets. Getting pretty tired of your bullshit, Bob.
There's a Bob. Oh.
Alright. What? Oh my god.
But to your point about, she actually, remember we were talking about the Mozart thing? Where babies love Mozart, and plants grow better and food. She actually wired it so that she was playing music in the coop for the chickens, and she said it has a great impact and a great improvement. I think she's a 22% improvement in laying with music.
Hmm. Well, they've actually, I remember seeing studies about that. In fact, I think like the original incarnation of Mythbusters tested that with plants, if I recall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right, actually.
It's like what just happened with that guy? Oh, are you standing up again? He is. Yeah, where they yelled at them and played like death metal, and we actually did find a bunch of them did make a difference. Come on, guys, all over here, all over here. Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
See, that wasn't bad.
No, no.
I was paying attention.
Well, I'm going to lob another lightning thing at them.
Okay. So if you could, at this current time, pick one thing and say, this is what I would like to fix about America, what would you choose?
Fix or change. And it's not just America. It's a global thing.
I would say either.
I think more accountability is for social media, and treat them as not an information distributor, but a source of information. Make them liable for things that are actually being published on their sites, rather than saying we can't control that. They just disseminate it, and they choose what is told and what is not told. Make them actually come out and say, this is the algorithm we use to provide information to people. This is why this is in your feed.
Yeah. There's been a lot of complaints from people lately where they say, I've already asked for this to not be here, why am I still getting it? And it's because I guess like filtering only works and for like 22% of what you reject. And the rest time it just ignores it in the algorithm.
That's not the point. The point is that at some point in time, the determination was made that anger gets more clicks than happiness. And if they continuously feed people headlines that make them angry, they click more and they stay engaged longer. And so this increasing polarization that we're talking about, it's entirely fed by social media because it's good for their business.
Right.
It has nothing to do with ideologies. It just has everything to do with getting eyeballs on screens. Literally everything that we have, all of our applications, all of them are designed to keep us engaged and looking at that versus being involved in the world. We don't have real conversations. We have angry conversations with strangers. Anonymously, for the most part.
It also creates a false sense of, even to like the point Zach was making earlier where people feel like these YouTubers are their friends, right? It's a false sense of community and friends engagement, but really it's a whole collection of superficial, non-existent relationships.
Yeah.
If I'm friends with 200 people online, how many am I really friends with? But it's a false sense of security that you're popular or that you're known or that you have people, and you don't invest that in a real life situation because you feel like you have it artificially. When I went through and I purged 70% of my social media, I purged like 70% of what I had there. Just because I was like, if I haven't spoken to this person in the last 2 years, they don't need to be on my feed.
Are you coming out?
Oh.
Yeah, so that's it. And oh, okay. Dramatic exit.
Yeah.
I need to go sell some stuff. My mission chain is done now, so I don't know where yours is. My arc.
Let's see if I'm.
My answer to your question is I would remove money from politics.
Yeah. So that anybody could run, and it was based on values and not how much funding you have.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with my dad earlier because I read this article that was talking about this bill that was trying to be passed about making it harder for dark money to be used in politics. And I made a point. I was like, if you look at how the bill was voted on, you'll see that all of the Republicans voted against it, and the Democrats voted for it. And he doesn't. I don't know. I don't
And
want to say
even
he
that,
doesn't
to some degree,
understand,
is
but, like,
illusory, because they can vote for it and then conform the bill to
yeah,
the areas where they're just like, well, we'll make it not as bad.
right.
Well,
We'll build in provisions and loopholes for ourselves, and then we'll position the other party as evil.
the problem that we always have is whenever somebody comes forward with a moral message saying we need to get this pushed through, and then they create this program for it, and then you look at the program, and the program not only does not address it, it puts money in other places that are being impacted by or are impacted by the people who are sponsoring it. Their states get money from this. So there's nothing clean. You don't have an act saying, well, I don't think anybody disagrees we should do more regarding veterans, right? We should do something regarding it. But every time it comes through, there is so much pork stuck into that to get somebody rich. Somebody's getting money off of this. I don't know that a person can go into office somewhere and come out clean. I mean, if you do, you're probably not going to stay in office very long.
Well, term limits wouldn't be a bad thing either, if we're talking about.
Yeah, but who's going to vote on that? I mean, they vote their own raises.
Right. It's who would vote for it would be the people who want it, but who would make it so it's something that could be voted on.
I mean, do you expect that, Mrs.
Nobody
Pelosi's
wants to
been in
pass something
office.
that shoots themselves in the foot.
Mrs. Pelosi's been in office for what, 40 some odd years? She's going to bring this to the forefront when she's finally in her 80s. Well, now might be the time. She's in her 80s now. Maybe now she'd be willing to sponsor it, but now there's a bunch of young people coming in that why would they want to have term limits?
There would also have to be some reforms, like the whole thing where you get paid for the rest of your life and stuff like that would be unsustainable if we changed term limits and had more people that were all getting paid.
Nobody should be paid for a lifetime because they had a job. I'm sorry.
See, but that kind of goes hand in hand with public office, though. And I don't want to start this discussion, but if I'm a teacher for 10 years, I'm getting paid for the rest of my life.
But one could make the argument that a teacher adds more value, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
But at the same time, though, that there's criteria for that, and I know, like in the state of Maine, if you're a teacher, they pull your Social Security. You're no longer allowed to get Social Security in the state of Maine if you are a teacher. You get your pension. Your pension cannot transfer to your spouse if you die. So it's not like Social Security, but you don't qualify for it. So if you died early, your spouse gets nothing.
So what you're saying
they limit
is
the
that
distribution on it.
what you're saying is that something you're still not necessarily contributing to, that's being paid as part of your salary, that is what 3 or 4 times as much as Social Security, and also has cost of living increases built into it. Is they're getting their Social Security pulled, and it's unfair. I don't know. I really don't know.
I mean, if you change professions, because there's here, if you pay, it's like there's like a certain constraint around how many years you've worked, which is how much you'll get paid, and for how long.
Let's really face it: that most of the money that's going into education is not going to the teachers.
Oh, not at all.
No, it's going to the administration,
who also ends up being paid for life.
Our school system is on its 4th math system in 3 years, or it's our 4th math system in 6 years. Every time you do it, you have to pay for all new curriculum, all new books. And the kids are doing just as poorly as they have been with all of the other curriculums. But we keep making the investment because it's the illusion, because what they keep saying is our scores are poor, so we got more money. So, and we're going to spend all of that money.
The question is, who is getting paid and what are the ties?
Yeah.
How is that money getting back to the decision makers? There's a lot of ways you could get money out of politics, but then money goes right back into politics.
Yeah. just in a different area, in a different way.
It's what it really is there just has to be more accountability.
I don't know where these guys came from.
I don't know either. I'm just trying to survive right now.
I should hopefully get them taunted. So, I mean, it's one of those questions about, you know, life in public office has a lot of, there's a lot of discussion about how, you know, it isn't fair regarding what they get paid versus the private sector. And although if you're a private school teacher, you're probably getting paid less. So there's a lot of, you know, the problem that we always have with any sort of jobs that come directly through the government, especially administrative work and education's, I mean, you think about how much money we're throwing at education every year by state for horrible results. And then the solution is, well, we just need to put more money into it. Okay. How has that worked out for us so far?
Yeah, not very well. And I think some of it too, it's just like the student loan problem we were just discussing, right? They're not looking at root cause, they're not looking at solutions, they're literally just throwing money at it and saying that'll fix it.
Yeah, there's governor election happening this year, and the I think we're going. All right, we're going. I don't think I can keep you alive here, but we'll see. Honey, get around the corner. Get around the corner. Get around the corner. Get around the corner. Around the corner. Oh my God! Why? Why would you stand out in the middle and get shot?
Sorry.
I'm watching you like, oh my God! You just want to die again. Oh, anyhow. So there's obviously nobody does any sort of clean campaigns anymore. They all are just attack ads about, you know, cherry picking something somebody said 10 years ago, or fear mongering regarding crime, or, you know, it's just
someone's mother did X. Yeah.
It's just how politics have become for us, which does make you wonder who would ever want to go into it. What sane person that's qualified for the job would want to be president? When they could be something else. No, anyhow, one of the attack ads on one of the guys that's running is, he's going to defund our schools. He's going to make it possible for parents to sue the schools regarding what they're being taught. And then they clip to him saying, we just can't keep on throwing money at our schools. We've done this for 40 years. How is throwing more money at this helping us at all? I'm thinking, why? That's not a dumb thing to say. Why are you advertising for this guy? Because that's not
because there's a segment of people who will just be immediately outraged despite context by just saying, well, you know, schools need money. Of course they have to have money.
Oh,
I will tell you right now, my best friend is a teacher. Danny will be the very first person to say how wasteful. And she's like, the fact that like the administration spent thousands rewriting their rule book for staff because they got a new principal, and like printing a copy for everybody and having stuff like Cheese Day, like that you have to pay for and stuff like that. She's like, it's the amount of like these are the things they're devoting their time to. But our kids' scores are in the 60th percentile, and they voted to combine with a district whose scores are in the 40th.
And after the last 2 years,
so it's not even like we're going to level up.
They've gone down 9 and 15% regarding reading and math from what they were. The virtual learning experiment has not gone well.
No.
That was a well-timed bonfire. all of them just kind of just flipping around. Yeah. Oh, boo. I think this is probably our last mission for tonight.
Yeah. We gotta find the quest.
Oh, this is a difficult corner up here. I'm just going to lob a lightning ball in and pull back to right here. Because there's always like a whole other group up top that falls down on our heads and kills us.
Mm.
Like, how did I only get
Zach,
two?
I feel like your change is needed. I just don't know how we would do that. Because to your point, it just shifts.
Yeah, because like I'm not anyone who's knowledgeable in this kind of stuff, but like my first thought is, oh, we'll just make an organization whose job it is to audit and control and implement change, but any organization can be corrupt, and so it'd just be a matter of time before
Oh, biscuits.
someone's paying them to look the other way or something, and you just end up in.
And you're also saying, I think it also becomes who has oversight over the governing body of anything.
Who watches the watchmen?
You're getting shot from up top, hon.
Is that where I'm getting shot from?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's this dude.
No, they're shooting from the cracks in the floor. I can see it. Is it possible for you to come back this way?
I was all webbed up.
I could see them actually firing through the cracks in the floor. I mean, if we really wanted to be accurate, what would happen is, and the thing is, you know, the people who make these decisions do not want the truth to come out. They want a version of the truth to come out. Right? So if we really wanted to be accurate, we would provide anybody who wants it equal amount of exposure. And then every time a statement is made in regards to that equal time of exposure, it would be fact checked.
Yeah.
By more than one source. But we don't want
And
truth
even
in politics.
I think even sound bites should have like a, you know, for, you know, to see the full context of this, please visit, where stuff can actually be laid out, because so many times they pull something out of context.
Well, I mean, that again, I think that goes right back to social media.
Yeah.
We've gotten so used to being lazy in our information gathering that we hear one post, we get outraged by it, and we've already got our preconceived notion regarding what we believe and what's the truth. Nobody bothers doing any research on it.
But you know what I think is even sadder is that how people judge each other by that, and you know, I get that there's certain things that there's a lot of things we're dealing with these days, I think, that are slippery slopes, right? You know, we say that, you know, everybody's free to make every sexual choice they want, and then we've had the pedophiles who come forward and say, well, you know, we're just people that are attracted to children, just like you're attracted to men or women or both. Yes. And I think that's a slippery slope that we're walking the lines of right now, you know? And so I think things like that are very, like, to me, I find very challenging just because of the way it's addressed, like, societally.
Oh my God.
God forbid if I...
choice. Made a really bad choice.
Oh, I see this bad choice.
Stay there,
Right.
stay there. Come back.
Hold on. I think I might be able to help here.
Oh, don't do it. Come back.
Famous last words.
Come back. Around the corner. Over here. Around the corner. I have to find a way to convince you that standing back and letting things shoot at you is not a winning strategy.
Yeah, but you know what? We're not dying.
Do you realize how close you were to dying like 4 times during that process?
No,
No, you
I
don't.
wasn't
You were
that dead at any
stunned,
point
you were
during that
walking
process.
backwards, and you were at like half health and staggered.
But that's half. That's not like all dead.
But here's the thing, right? So you think that half health lasts a long time.
No, I don't have that misconception.
Mm-hmm. All right, I got stuff coming in. I'm gonna launch at it. We're just gonna get shot at again. All right, I'm going in.
I think I'm gonna have some pumpkin pie.
I want to stand in the middle of this big room and get shot at.
I got sweet potato pie, and Olivia thought it was pumpkin. She got all excited. She opened it up and she took a whiff of it and was just like, "What is this?"
I know.
I can understand that mistake.
I love sweet potato pie. To me, sweet potato pie is just as good as pumpkin.
That's the reason she's my favorite.
It's okay, I guess. I don't know. If it was served to me, I wouldn't throw it at the wall.
But that's just because that's polite.
So do you see how, like, there are things shooting us?
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, Zach, that's being polite. That's not like being I don't know. There's very little food I would turn down, to be perfectly honest. I mean, if somebody had a really unsanitary kitchen, I might turn it down. That's based on, health rather than food or caliber or quality.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of teriyaki chicken.
It's overly greasy stuff that gets to me because it really bothers me. And soy, things with soy. And teriyaki is very soy based. And so a lot of times that makes me feel sick.
What if you didn't have to eat it? You just had to sit somewhere while somebody else ate it.
Would you eat strumdrumming? Or I don't remember how it's pronounced. Icelandic dish. It's fermented whale shark. Supposedly one of the most disgusting things.
That sounds a lot like lutefisk.
Is it worse than haggis?
Haggis isn't horrible, but I guess it would be, yes.
I heard the smell of haggis is horrible.
Nowhere near as bad as durian fruit.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I don't even want to get near it because now I can smell things again. All right, well, I see the quest there.
Right, let me get some power back.
But yeah, I would agree. Money out of politics. I think that I don't know. It's not going to happen in our lifetimes. Thomas Jefferson was of the mind that there should be a revolution, every generation? Because the only way that you can actually establish lasting change is through establishing that the will of the people cannot be held down by the ruling party.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm just going to jump in.
Okay.
That was a really good bonfire. Perfect spot. Whoop whoop.
All right.
I leveled.
Yeah. Nice.
I mean, I'm like 50 plus whatever.
Oh, so you are at, what's that thing that you called it?
Huge.
No.
Popular.
No, when what's the thing that happens when you hit 50? Incarnate?
Well, it's not priapism.
Incarnate? What is priapism?
What is
Why-
priapism?
Why are you laughing? What does that mean?
It's based off of, it's a word that derives from the Greek god Priapus. Let me just say that the Greek god Priapus is known for having an ever erect member all the time.
She said, "What happens at 50?" And I was thinking, age-wise, not priapism. Yeah, I'm veteran level 2. I actually have my alpha already slotted. Like, we're out of here. Wait,
We are.
did we finish your contacts up? Gotta tell you, +4 for us is about as the ragged edge as we can get. Oh.
Yeah, I just forgot we were on +4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or wait,
Okay,
is
you're-
it +4
you
or
had-
×4? ×4. We're at ×4. All right, I'm popping back to pocket D.
The D.
Yep.
Headed to the
Gonna go
D.
get some D. Yeah, so incarnates are... We haven't really run through them yet with you.
I don't have any characters that I ever get to 50.
You do. You have at least 150.
The Scrapper,
I don't remember.
my Purple Viking.
I think so. I think we got to 50 with them on Reunion.
Yeah, and I don't think we ever played with them again.
Okay, the echo's doing something. All right. What do we got to sell?
I will say, I still laugh when I think of the time I sent you that video where I yelled out to the echoes and it set all the echoes off at your house.
That was so funny. So funny. Every, like 10 times, every echo goes off.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
So funny.
Just because I know you were probably just going, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. It's just probably just,
Do you remember where to sell here?
yes. It is one of the dudes over there on the wall.
Yeah, no. It's not one of the dudes on the wall.
Oh, to go upstairs to the architect?
It's the bartender upstairs in the architect area. Zach, have you played since, well, you played a little bit since issue 4, right?
Yeah, I made my
Yeah, you had your
symphony control.
Right. Did you catch that there's no longer an AE building in Atlas Park?
There's no longer what?
An AE building, an architect building in Atlas Park.
Oh, I didn't. What'd they put there instead?
I think that they're all gone. Maybe there's one in Talos still. It has, what the heck is it? There's initials up on it. It's like FP? Something? Don't know. I'll have to check it out in a second here.
Maybe they just changed what it's called?
No, it's gone. In fact, all the AE missions now are happening. The farms are happening out of Pocket D.
I think that change came from... They made it so you can't get experience or whatnot from them, but I could be wrong. I don't remember the patch notes.
Let me pop
Oh,
it.
because people were farming and just leveling up characters like crazy and then just not. Yeah.
Yeah.
And getting so much influence, it was, excuse me, breaking the economy.
Yeah, and I think that the other issue was that they were using it to not only get influence, but they were fleshing out their incarnates fairly quickly. Let's see, I'll go to character select and we'll go blue side. Fumio.
Shout out to Kimmy if she got to log on. Not sure if she did or didn't, but hey.
I don't know who currently logged on. We're up to like 7 or 8 for a little while, and I think we're down to 2 or 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw a little bit of black tail going on there.
Yeah. Oh, stop! You're stepping on my keyboard.
All right, so I'm outside the building now. What is it called? Oh, it's the Freedom Corps building now. Big old FC in front of it. Let me go inside. Wow. Okay.
I don't think they would have gotten rid of that system completely because there were people who put a lot of effort into some of that stuff, and there probably would have been a lot of very upset people.
Well, this is interesting. So I went into I have not gone in yet. Went into the Freedom Corps, and there's a base with a submarine in it I walked into. And there's Citadel talking, and there's a back alley brawler, and Miss Liberty.
I think that brings you to a PvP zone, but I could be wrong.
And Fort Trident Monitor. Longbow Quartermaster. What are you? You're yellow. What do you have to offer? I'm interested in browsing your wares. Oh. Okay. It's like a little sub-zone inside of it with a sub. I didn't mean to make a pun there. Yeah, it's a base full of longbow. And what appears to be a gateway. I'm gonna check it out. Portal will send you directly to Numina in Founders Fall. Or Founders Falls. Okay. Well, I don't really understand it, but yeah, that building that was AE is gone, and now it's Freedom Corps. Empyrean. Oh. Empyrean Michael. Wonder if it's another place to spend some of the merits that have been like sitting around and not used forever.
Oh, maybe.
I want to get out of this place. Oop, missed. Gotta say, of all the characters I've created, one of the most fun to play is Dual Pistol and Marshall.
Yeah, you were saying that.
So fun. So fun. It's very hands-on, but not overwhelmingly so. But yeah, it's amazing. I really enjoyed it. The damage is probably not as great as a lot of the different tweaks are, but that's all right. Heading back to police station. Anyhow, we are out of here. Anybody who tuned in, thank you. Check us out. We'll be back on tomorrow. I am randomly now, during the week, sometimes streaming to YouTube. Because why not? Mostly I just wanted to figure out how to do it. And we will hopefully catch you tomorrow, same time. And check us out on Facebook, same name.
Is it Facebook or YouTube?
I'm sorry, YouTube. What did I say? I
You said Facebook. Wrong, evil corporation.
Oh, I was talking about Facebook earlier. But, yeah. Have a great evening.
Mate. I'm all stuffy and I'm tired. And the cat won't leave me alone. You know
how she does that thing where she likes to just sit on top of you and sit on top of you and sit on top of you? It pissed me off, and I pushed her off the bed, and she went and peed in my closet because I pushed her off the bed. And now I have to lock her outside the room, and she sits there and like pulls at the door and cries in the hallway for like half an hour every night. So she wants to sleep on the belly, and I just can't do it. I can't take it. It drives me crazy. And I know it's warm, and I know that's why she wants to be there, but fuck you, cat. I already get up 3 times a night. I don't need you on top of me on top of that.